What's up, Internet? All right, we got some new cool tech I wanted to try out, so I am. So what we're dealing with here is a Townsend mic modeling technology. So on my screen, I am recording into an application which comes with the microphone, and I am modeling a Sennheiser 416 and a Neumann TLM 49, and combining the sound of those two microphones into this sound right here. So I have, there's probably a good 25 microphones, and you can take the best of each microphones and blend them. And within the blend, you can adjust. Maybe I can go 60% U87, all right, and I can do 40% U67, or whatever you want to do. So a variety of microphones, and this technology will allow you to create a totally new sound that has never been heard before in the market, which is really cool, right? So let's do a little spin so you can see how it sounds.
Now, experience it in IMAX. Critics are calling it the best film in years. A knockout. Sensational. 5 stars. The best movie of the year. Rated R. Rated R. See it in IMAX.
Right? So let's try that again, and let me click on some new mics. Great. So we tried that already, and let's switch it. So let's try. So let's give you a sample here, a bass sample. So this is the sound of this microphone soloed. This is the natural resting sound of this microphone.
Critics are calling it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Test.
So as you can tell, this microphone by itself, super high quality microphone, right? I'm hearing a little bit of rumble, so I'm going to take a little bit of a high pass filter there. I can do it right within the app, just like that. I just did a little bit of a roll off. I can do my output level, my gain switch, and everything right here in the app. Everything is it's super easy. I have my mouse, and I'm just kind of using it on my jeans. Ideally, this would be a touch screen, right? And I can just kind of get in there and tweak things, but that's not necessarily, I don't have a Raven, so I can't do that yet. But again, let's solo, and let's listen to the Telefunken 47. Sorry, I'm not allowed to call it that. Let's just call it the 47, right? So this is the sound of that, and let me set it back to its natural setting, and let's set it into cardioid mode right there. So this is a stereo microphone. What it does is it plugs into the back of your Universal Apollo preamp, your UAD, and it takes up both channels, and it records 360 degrees. I'm getting recording back here, and I'm recording here, and I guess I can do Omni, right? I can right here. You can hear it in the back, so I can get or a figure 8 pattern. I can hear direct back, direct front, so you can hear back there, same. Or you can keep it with a voiceover. You're going to use hypercardioid or supercardioid is what they call it. But this is the sound of the U47. You can get close. I have a nice proximity effect. But watch this. I'm going to stay at the same distance and create the proximity effect right here within the app, because there is a proximity effect dial. Right? Or I can sound further away just by taking that dial down. I'm in the same thing, speaking at the same volume, and all of a sudden I am now getting closer and closer to the microphone without even moving, because we have modern technology. If you don't use it, you will get left behind. All right, and so that is the 47. Let's switch to the 49. And this is probably one of my favorite microphones for my voice. The Telefunken 49, Neumann 49, and I think there was a Neumann 47 as well, right? Or is it Telefunken? I'm not a big mic buff. I don't really know. I just know it sounds awesome. But I did like the TLM 49. I originally had this, and then I went back to the shotgun mic. But now I can combine the 49 with the shotgun mic through this guy and get a super sound, which is amazing. And that's $3,500 worth of electronic gear or more. But what they did is they modeled the best sounding version of that mic that they could find. So they went to Capitol Records or whatever, rated the mic locker, and grabbed the best stuff. So now we're switching it to a U67. So this is what a U67 sounds like. A little bit brighter, a little bit crispier. 1, 2.
Critics are calling it.
Critics are calling it a little more transparent. And let's try the U87. So this is what a U87 would sound like. And they have this model, and then they have an additional model. And you can see right there in that switch in the audio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All of a sudden, boom, a little bit more bass came out. And you can hear that, I can hear it at least, directly. So it's neat to kind of go through all these. And of course, the Telefunken C12. Great microphone. And my favorite is taking the U47 and mixing it with the C12. Is this a lot of tech talk? Because this is what I do. We're voice actors, and it's awesome. So if you're not following me, don't watch. So this is the C12, and it just has this beautiful crispy top high end. Let me switch it to supercardioid. And make sure my settings are good, and we'll take up the gain just a little bit more, become a little bit more present on the mic like that, and that just sounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, critics are calling it the best film in years.
It has this really nice top-end presence that I love. But now, so these were all solos. So let's start building some blends, right? Let's take this. So now I have and all of a sudden you heard that high mid-range just kind of pop right there, right? So now I'm mixing the C12 with the U40 TLM 49, which I think this is the great sound as well. And the possibilities are endless here. But if you click on presets, you can kind of take a look at what they have. And the one I really liked was called Vocal Blend, which is the 47 and the C12, the Neumann U47 and the Telefunken C12 mixed. And then I kind of crank a gain, get some more presence on that. And man, that just sounds, good. Let's try that. And let me get, let me do a read into it, because this is just my speaking voice. But even that, I hear the low ends. Wow. I hear the high ends, the crispiness of the C12.
Critics are calling it the best film in years. A knockout. Sensational. 5 stars.
Yeah, it has everything I'm looking for in a studio quality microphone. I'll play with it for a couple weeks, and I'll probably dial in settings I think are the best. This is a great combo. Like I said, the 49 and they even have the Sony C800 in here, mixed with the 49, which is this. This is a great sound. They're all, and you can hear a little bit more air in this mix, I think. And you can just go through and play with it, and hear.
Now, critics are calling it sensational. 5 stars, the best film in years.
The LD87, just so many options. And once you kind of learn how to use it, it's just so seamless to create a sound. And you don't have to necessarily commit to this sound right now. You can just record a track and apply all this in post. It's a plugin. Or you can commit to the sound, because if it's a Source Connect session or something, you would need to commit to the sound, right? Because it's being sent. They can't adjust it on their end. They have the Audio-Technica 414s. They have 4 versions of it. So there's the nylon, and they all have the brass capsule, the nylon capsule, the US modern version, and that's a little bit more crispy. And then they have a bunch of dynamic mics and ribbon mics. And again, this is the shotgun mic. And so this is the shotgun mic mixed with the C800.
Critics are calling it the best film in years.
And yeah, that sounds a little bit more like a natural. It doesn't have that low end polish that the other ones have. But as you can tell, I'm rambling and I'm having a lot of fun in here, right? This is great. So I hope, let me get a closer view for you guys of that screen so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. Right. And as I talk, you can see the yellow there is my vocal pattern.
Hey. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Critics are calling it the best film in years. A knockout. Sensational. 5 stars.
And you can kind of see that's the screen. As a monitor, it's got some LED lights in there, which light it up. You can see the capsule in there, which is pretty darn fancy and neat and modern. It comes with a beautiful, nice metal shock mount in here, very sturdy. So that's the Townsend Labs Inc. Townsend Labs microphone. and the bomb, dog.